Hey guys, it's Melanie with Ecstatic Hearts here for this week's installment of Tantra Talks. And today we're going to be talking about transmutation. One of the great things about transmutation is the secret tantric technique for being multi-orgasmic. It's learning how to transmute your sexual energy, that we learn how to draw energy from being a localized orgasm in the genitals to being a full body orgasmic experience. So let me tell y'all more. This is my favorite thing. There's a variety of transmutation techniques that you can use for having this experience. And one of the things about transmutation, now women, oftentimes we are more likely to be naturally multi-orgasmic ourselves. And men usually need more help. So even with so the way this works with men and with women, it's both, is a normal sex session. We're like really going, it's like climbing a mountain. We're going up, reaching a peak, hitting the peak of climax, and then coming back down. And either you feel spent or tired or too sensitive to continue on, at least for a period of time called the refractory period. And then after you reach the refractory period is over and you can get aroused again, you can do that again, you hit the peak, you decline. And usually people go to sleep after they've had sex and reached a climactic orgasm. Now, with Tantra, the way it works is Tantra's a goalless experience. So it's about not just like trying to achieve that orgasm, it's about enjoying the process, slowing down, sinking into connection and love with your partner, and enjoying the full breadth of your experience together. And the way tantric lovemaking works is typically it's a longer, more drawn out experience for one. The average lovemaking session in general for most people is 7 minutes long. Did you know that women take on an average of 30 minutes before we even reach arousal? I mean, really, it's 30 minutes before you should even enter a woman. So men, 7 minutes, that's too short. Or if your entire lovemaking session only lasts 30 minutes, that's typically not long enough for us women to get in the game and jump on board and like really be getting into it. I mean, how many times have us as women, like, we're just finally getting into it and then it's over? So Tantra helps us to have those prolonged experiences. Prolonged experience of foreplay, prolonged experience of intercourse for an overall longer, more drawn out, pleasurable, more orgasmic experience all the way through. And with me, I know that if we take 30 minutes or longer during the erotic foreplay portion of our session, then I am so much more likely to be able to enter penetrative intercourse in a heightened state of orgasm and arousal and ecstasy and be orgasmic the entire experience. And even oftentimes, I'm continue to be orgasmic once the experience is over. So, with the Tantra path to orgasmic ecstasy, the way it works is you're going up, achieving an energetic orgasm experience of drawing the energy up your body by transmutation. And then you kind of stay there for a while and then go up some more and then draw that energy up your bodies into a full body energetic experience. And then go up some more and up some more and then up some more. And the ceiling, there is no ceiling. it can get better and better and better and juicier and last longer and longer, and it becomes a conscious experience. So you're consciously being able to achieve that without and you can consciously end it whenever you want. And one of the other cool things of Tantra is we teach you practices that both strengthen your pelvic floor and your sex muscles and the muscles that control your orgasm, control your ejaculation, and at the same time learn to pull that energy up your body for more full body, energetic, orgasmic experiences. And at the end of a tantric lovemaking session, even though it can be longer, it's going up and up and up and up. At the end, we feel more energized than when we began. Because instead of having an ejaculation or a clitoral orgasm, which is a similar thing from the women's point of view, in which you have the orgasm and you're just shooting it out there to the universe and just kind of shooting your life force energy out there, with Tantra, we're learning to pull that life force energy into us, to milk all of the vital life essence back into our bodies so that we revitalize and rejuvenate ourselves with each experience, thereby energizing our bodies instead of depleting them. And that's how we can enjoy sex all night long, literally, is by having one prolonged, juicy, drawn-out love-making session, which we suck up all the yummy goodness back into our bodies. And then we can take a break and eat and enjoy sensual feeding, sensual dancing, sensual bathing of each other, eye gazing, staying in that intimate, sensual, erotic connection with your partner, pillow talk, things like that. And then get back into the prolonged, juicy, yummy, pleasurable foreplay experience. And then get back into the prolonged, expanded, tantric sexual experience. And then we can do that over and over and over all night long. And with every time we orgasm, we're drawing that energy back into our bodies. So we're producing a lot of energy, and then we're keeping it instead of shooting it out into the universe. Now, I get asked all the time, especially about men, if we recommend that they ejaculate or not. And here's the thing. With Tantra, there's no hard, fast rules. It's listen to your body. Go with your intuition. Do what feels good and what your partner wants as well. And so it's okay still to ejaculate. You don't have to constantly withhold. And sometimes there's edging is like getting close and pulling back and getting close and pulling back. And edging's not the same thing. Edging is withholding yourself from orgasming. Whereas with Tantra, you are orgasming. You're just withholding the ejaculation and learning how to separate the two. And it's recommended with Tantra that if you have sex, like intercourse portion, for 30 to 45 minutes at least, and you do some transmutation breaths during that, recommended transmute the energy at least 3 times during your session before you can release into the climactic ejaculatory orgasm experience. So that way, you have already drawn in the energy back into your body, and when you do ejaculate into a climactic orgasm experience, you're not losing as much of your life force essence as you normally would experience. So y'all get that, guys? At least enjoy the intercourse period for 30 to 45 minutes. And of course, you can go long as you want. And if that's too long for your partners, guess what? You get to consciously choose to stop earlier if that's what your partner wants, or you want, or someone gets tired. You don't have to last super long periods of time. And you can learn to last super long periods of time if that is still enjoyable for both of you. And with Tantra, it probably will be. So there's that. So are y'all ready to learn some transmutation practices? One of the things that we need to do first, so that we have some energy to transmute, is some arousal exercises. So I'm going to teach y'all today 3 of the Tantric secret practices that include sexual arousal and transmutation at the same time. They are fantastic practices for men and women. These practices, if you do nothing else, will have a huge impact on you. And the great thing about the pelvic floor practices is, even if you are not sexually active and you don't have a partner to enjoy sex with, these have huge health benefits for you. They help to keep your yoni nice and being able to contract and relax it. They keep you from having urinary health issues. They keep you from having issues with cancer around your sexual organs. So these are super important practices. If you've had a baby, they get you back in shape after having a baby and to be able to enjoy sex and to control your sexual organs during sex again better. And if you're an older man who has lost the ability to get hard as frequently and as easily, or is not able to, whatever. Anyway, it helps everyone from every age, health-wise, as well as sexual pleasure-wise. All right. So these practices, let's start off at the front of our pelvic floor. This practice is called the Vajrayana Mudra. And what I am going to do is encourage you to put your hand at the front of your pelvic floor. This is where your urethra sphincter is. And the urethra sphincter is the muscle that controls the flow of urine in your body. So you can practice this on the toilet, allowing your urine to flow and stop and let the flow go and cut off. So you're going to be practicing relaxing and contracting that muscle. On women, this is the same area that our clitoris is wrapped around. So when we pulsate here, we can feel the pulsation of our clit. And on men, this is the same muscle that allows your cock to go up and down, up and down, up and down. And it also controls your ejaculation. So as you can imagine, gaining greater control and sensitivity and awareness of this muscle will greatly enhance your abilities in the bedroom. So put your hand in the front of the pelvic floor by the urethra sphincter, this is called Vajrayana Mudra, and just bring your awareness and your attention and your sensitivity to the front. And if other things in your pelvic floor are moving at the same time, that's okay, because we don't have to learn how to isolate all these muscles right away. With time, with practice, you can. We're just bringing the awareness and attention there. All right. So once you're feeling that pulsation, that relaxation, contraction there, we're going to add in some breath. So as you breathe in, I want you to pulse, 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 hold. And then exhale, relaxing fully, pressing down a bit. Breathing in through the nose, pulse. Hold. Exhale, relax. As you breathe in and pulse, imagine a silver stream of energy coming from the earth, up the urethra sphincter, up the center of your body as you pulse, 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 pulse. Relax, letting the energy fall back down, pushing downwards on the front. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth with a sigh. Perfect. And remember, as we go through these practices, that when you exhale, you want to make sound. You want to let it out with a sigh. Because sound's another one of those things that's linked to our orgasmic energy and pulling it up our bodies and releasing it through our bodies as we exhale and relax. And that sound just draws it up. All right. So moving on to the middle of our pelvic floor with Mula Bandha. This is one of the practices, accelerated practices of enlightenment, because we are also accessing our root and energizing our root with this energy. So move your hands to the center of your pelvic floor. For us ladies, this is easy to figure out. This is where our yoni is, where our vaginal opening is. So as we tighten here, it's going to be tighten up, press down. Lift up, press down. Lift up, press down. And with men, it's where your energetic yoni is. So with men, this is the taint area. It is behind the balls, before the anus, in the middle. It's where your perineum is, a little pea-sized knob. It's the exterior of where your prostate is. So practice putting your hand in the center of your pelvic floor and bringing your awareness and attention to the center of your pelvic floor. Lifting up and pressing down. Lifting up and pressing down. Breathing in as you lift up. Hold. Exhaling as you press down. Now as you lift up, imagine feeling silver streams of energy from the earth coming at the center of your pelvic floor, up through the center of your body as you inhale, kind of like the streams coming up, 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 hold. Exhale, let that stream fall back down as you exhale, pressing downwards. Inhale. Again, lift up, inhale, hold, exhale. And as you practice, they get juicier and juicier and more orgasmic just by doing that practice all on your own. All right. So moving towards the rear of the pelvic floor. This is called a Swini Mudra. And this is, as you might guess, dealing with your anal sphincter. So just place your finger on top of your anus and feel that pulsation, relaxation. Pulse, contract, relax, contract. Pulse, 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 pulse. All right, so once you feel that, we're going to do a really cool thing with our breath. Breathe in, divide your breath into thirds. So breathe in your lower tummy, your belly. Hold that breath. Pulse, 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 pulse. Breathe in your midsection. Hold your breath. Pulse, 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 pulse. Breathe in your upper lungs. Hold that breath. Pulse, 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 pulse. Exhale completely. Okay. Again, breathe in the lower lungs. Hold. Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Midsection. Hold. Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe in the upper lungs. Hold. Pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale. All right. Once more. And as you do this, remember to draw in silver energy from the earth up through your anus, up the back of your spine. Drawing it in, drawing it in, drawing it in, all the way up, 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 up. Hold. And then exhale. All right, so let's do that again together. First third of the breath. Hold. Next third. Hold. Last third. Hold. Exhale. Good. All right. So I'm going to give you all one more bonus practice to take home with you. This one is just simply called the transmutation breath. And the way this one works is we're going to breathe in using our hands to draw energy up our bodies to our hearts. Hold. Exhale through the mouth. Breathe in energy from your pelvis up to your hearts again as you inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. Breathe energy up to your throat. Hold. Exhale, relax, letting it fall back down. Breathe energy up to your third eye. Hold. And this time as you exhale, intone E-A-O. E-A-O. Again. And that breath is great because it also gets you in touch with making the sounds and letting those sounds out. All right, so we just went through transmutation. So transmutation is one of the practices that you do once you're already sexually aroused. You have that energy already in your body, either through the Tantra practice that we teach, the Gaia sets, or after or during lovemaking, when you are aroused with sexual energy, you want to pull it up your body to get more of that full body orgasmic experience in your body. One of the most powerful transmutation techniques that we teach is called the cosmic cobra breath. And it's a series of transmutation breaths, each building upon the last. And our next cosmic cobra breath course, which is included in our Path to Ecstasy Level 1 course, is this August 4th through 6th here in Austin, Texas. So we invite all of you at home to come join us and learn these powerful techniques. The great thing about coming to a live course is you get to be totally immersed in the energy and surrounded by that energy for a whole weekend and learn all these Tantra practices to really get them in your body and to be in a community of other like-minded, high vibe, high energy people and just get to ride that wave of energy through the weekend and really get it into your body. The cosmic cobra breath was the one and only technique that Scott learned 20 years ago when he first learned Tantra, and it was the only technique that he actually remembered and continued to practice, and that really allowed him to separate ejaculation from orgasm. And when I learned this technique, it really did make a huge difference for me in having more and more amounts of energy that I could channel through my body and really enjoy my heightened states of experience. So I highly recommend all of you lovely people to join us. And if you can't, we've got some more courses coming up. Our sexual empowerment and celebrate sexuality. Those don't have the cosmic cobra breath in them, but they are fantastic as well. So visit us on our website, like us on Facebook, ecstaticheartstantra.com. And we will also put the link into our next Cosmic Cobra Breath here for y'all to check that out. I love you, lovely people, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.